Well, you find yourself in a little bit of a pickle. Motorcycle Club has some issues. One of the issues is you have CNN on your front doorstep, police on your back doorstep, and all kinds of stuff going on all around. Been there, done that. Even 99% of clubs have issues. Question is, how do you handle a crisis as a motorcycle club? What are the top few things you should know? We're going to get into that right after this. Howdy, folks. Howdy. Uh, I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker News you can trust. As always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. It looks like for some crazy reason, our sound didn't play on the opener. We just had a computer meltdown, and so yeah, I see why it didn't play right now. Man, I tell you what, did I ever tell you guys that I hate live? Did I ever tell you that? I absolutely hate live. Okay, let's see uh, if you hear it now. All right, it's working. It's working. All right. Okay. Hey, I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker News you can trust. Of course, we just had a whole computer system just go plop, but we're back on and live right now. And it looks like everything's working, so that's good. You have to check everything. Once it goes down and comes back up, it just says, "Oh, you weren't using that. I'll just do whatever I want with it." But anyway, hey, listen, man. Um, I was talking to some of my folks today. I've been on the phone all day long, and it's kind of interesting that a lot of stuff is going on in the biker world, and people are trying to figure out, okay, well, how do I adjust to it? What's up, Ironhead? I see you. Uh, um, and people are kind of worried about stuff that's going on. There's a lot going on. This summer may be a pretty ferocious summer. Could be what we call a deadly summer, bloody summer, any of those kinds of things. But your motorcycle club could get caught up into any kind of a situation where there will be crisis. You have groups of men, you got alpha men, and sometimes they fall into crisis. Um, Shootouts, whatever. Motorcycle wrecks, racing, guys racing down the highway, accidentally kill somebody racing. It just goes on and on and on because you're dealing with people, and people don't always work like a fist. People don't always work. in conjunction with one another. A lot of times, you got what you want to be a fist. You almost got it as a fist. It's almost the tip of the spear, but you'll have part of the finger doing this or something like, and you have a couple guys doing whatever the hell they want. It's hard to get that fist together. People do things that you have no idea that they're going to do, and there's almost nothing that you can do about it except for crisis management. These folks have gotten you into a crisis, and now you got to figure out how to get out of it. And this happens a lot. So I've come up with some ideas for you, such that these are some things you should do or could do if you find your motorcycle club in crisis. If you find your motorcycle club in a fit. And I'm not talking about any one particular club or anything. Any club can have this happen to them. Any club can be in a situation where I'll never forget when there was this group of folks up there in New York. They decided to have some kind of motorcycle, what do you call it? Crash mob or something, flash mob, whatever they call it. And all these guys decided that they were going to stop and hold up the freeway. And there was a Asian couple that was in an SUV, and they some kind of way offended the bikers or whatever. There was these hundreds, if not thousands, of bikers around them. They offended these bikers some kind of way, and the bikers got in front of them and stopped their motorcycles and looked like they were going to get off the motorcycles and beat them up. And so the Asian couple, the driver, the father, he got terrified. He stepped on the gas and drove over the top of this motorcycle, paralyzing the man underneath. I never knew what happened to that guy, but I do know he was paralyzed. I think maybe from the neck down. And so now you got a horde of bikers chasing this guy through the streets, and they finally caught him. And and they were all mad, and they broke the window, and they they pulled the guy out of the SUV. Now, one of the guys that was pulling the guy out of the SUV happened to belong to a motorcycle club. And there, you look up on TV and there are your colors doing something that you could never imagine. Like the guy was mad, he was upset, he was in the middle of the chase, doing all this kind of stuff. And here he is with his helmet or breaking out this guy's window and snatching him out the window. And they beat the guy uh, halfway to death, right? And turns out, I believe, if I can remember, it was a long time ago, but I think that one of the guys that did that was a cop or something in that motorcycle club, a cop or a law enforcement officer of some kind, prison guard, something like that. And this guy, of course, I think he went to trial. I think he got in trouble. I have to go way back to research that. I'm calling off the top of my head. But the situation is that the situation was that here this motorcycle club is with all these people calling, and the funny thing about it was a flash mob thing. Funny thing about it was you had um this of all the thousands of people that were there were very few motorcycle clubs. And so unfortunately the poor guy uh, uh, got punished or whatever, and the people in the car that got beat up, it was a horrible thing. But my point is, even something like that causes a crisis for your motorcycle club, a crisis that you have to put out as the president or as the governing top members would be, president, sergeant at arms, vice president. You guys have an issue you got to deal with. So when dealing with issues that are brought up that that you can't that you just you never plan for, you got to have a crisis management plan, and you should put it in effect long before you have a crisis. I can remember as national president, I had a member killed, assassinated at my own doorsteps. of my motorcycle club. That was an issue. That was a crisis. It happened in 2011. So um, you should have read the headlines from the news all over the world: Japan, Korea, Russia. Biker gang boss murdered on clubhouse doorsteps. Biker gang this, biker gang that, biker gang this, biker gang that. It was absolutely crazy. I've spoken about it many times. And all you have is these folks all around you trying to get you to do things that are not in the best interest of your motorcycle club. So I thought I would give you some tips, and I hope I can come up with 10 of them because I'm coming up with them off the top of my head. So tip one, take a minute. If that minute is a few days, take some time to take a breath. You don't need to do anything right this second. As the leader, there'll be people pushing you in every damn direction, and you have to take time to get a clear idea of what's going on before you start doing things, because everybody's watching. And it's kind of like the guy in the football game, the guy who is the guy who punches one guy in the football game or the basketball game, or he hits him with his elbow or whatever, and you spin around and you hit that guy back. Everybody's watching you. You're the guy that gets thrown out the game, not the guy who committed the first offense a lot of times. So take a minute, pause, get your bearings, and consult with your people. Two, now, if you're on the 99% side, take time to control your narrative. Get your people off of Instagram and Facebook and all those things. Get your angry people to stop yapping. Bring the communication to one person: public relations officer, secretary, VP, whomever you have, president, whoever is the voice, and let that one voice talk. Everybody else shuts the hell up. Be quiet. Don't run your mouth. Don't threaten people. And get off those damn social media devices. Make sense? Three, you have to take care of the people, especially if you have a situation where you have widows, you have folks that have been hurt or killed or something like that. They've got family members. You got to take care of those people. You got to take care of those people before you take care of anything else. You have to make sure that you are looking after your hurt, afflicted, and injured, those that are in pain, those that don't have any fathers anymore, widows and children. You have to look after them first, because nothing is more important. Not your revenge, not anything. Nothing is more important than those people that are in your sphere that you have to protect and take care of. You do realize that it's a brotherhood, it's a family, and the people that you have to take care of is the family first. So those folks that are hurting, those folks that have lost somebody, you got to get the support teams over to them. Especially when you think about families, like, you know that if a wife loses her husband, she's going to be pissed off at the club. You got my husband killed. So you got to get your support over to her. You understand? Does that make sense? So I believe that's 3. 4, you have to build the the um the spirit. You gotta rebuild. You gotta bring up the mood of the club. You gotta bring everyone together to rebuild the unity. Communication is a must. You have to be communicating through your people so that they know that there is a direction. Do you understand? You gotta know that those folks, they gotta know that their leadership is moving in a way that's in their best interest. They don't need to feel like the leadership has no idea what's going on. They need to know that the people that they put in charge putting together a plan if they don't have one already. So that's, I believe, number 4. Number 5. Number 5 is revenge is a dish best served cold. So getting hot when the block is hot is never good. Let the block cool down. Chill out. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done, as the song goes. So, as a leader, you got to calm everybody down. Calm down. Calm down. We got bigger issues here. Calm down. Everything must be measured in measured steps. These are the way that smart people lead. The way that people that they're calm in the sign of the calm in the headlights. They're calm when the danger's around because you're thinking. You're keeping your mind together. You're keeping your thoughts together. You're keeping your people together. You're communicating. You're taking care of the people that are within your sphere. You're taking care of the widows. You're taking care of the children. You're taking care of the loved ones. You're showing all these people around you why they've joined the greatest motorcycle club on earth. These are big shoulders to burden. They're, but but heavy is the head that wears the crown. But you and your folks that are leading, you have to be thinking of these things. Got to be measured in your approach. Got to be smart. Somebody said there's a difference between strategy and tactics. Tactics wins scrimmages, and strategy wins the long battles in the war. I like that. That was pretty cool. So, 6, listen to wise counsel. Around you will be all kinds of people that have something to say, have an idea of what needs to be done, especially if you haven't planned for trouble. Most motorcycle clubs, you should sit down. You should have a implementation. You should have a list of things to do with whatever calamity may befall that you can think of. There should be crisis management for when somebody dies in the club. Should be crisis management for when somebody has a wreck. Like one of the worst things is getting on the internet and running your mouth about somebody who's been run over on a motorcycle, and that's how his family finds out. Because somebody put something up on the internet. So there should be rules in place. We have somebody that goes down on a motorcycle. We don't run to the internet because, like, most women that belong to a guy are going to be or are married to a guy, whatever the case may be. I don't want to use the wrong terminology. Most women that belong to a guy, boy, I probably make some enemies right there. But most women that are with a guy will know his Facebook and his friends, and And so when you get to posting stuff, they're like, women be watching your Facebook and stuff. I don't know why. They just do that. And here you are posting certain stuff, and somebody gets to see that their loved one is dead on the highway from your post rather than the way that they should be finding out. So you should have these plans in contingency. And you want to, but if you don't, or even if you do, you got to listen to your wise counsel. The people that are not saying the obvious. The people that have um, a more calm perspective. You can't be listening to the loudest mouth all the time or the most forceful personality. They have a way of being heard no matter what goes on. And they also have a way of often being wrong, especially those that think they know so much. So listen to your wise counsel. 7, silence your hotheads. Sit them down. Sit them down, silence them, censor them, suspend them if you have to. The rabble rousers, they used to call them, the ones that hit, the ones that hit the ground before everybody else, and they're out there rousing everything up. In the cowboy days, they used to send those guys out, call them rabble rousers. Those guys ain't no good for anybody. Sit them down and shut them up. Does that make sense? 9, stay off the phones. Yeah, you have to go back to face-to-face communication. You got to go back to looking at you each. Did I skip 8? Okay, that's 8. Stay off the phone. Sorry, thank you, producer. I skipped 8. Stay off of the phone. You got to go to you got to go back to face-to-face communications. Phones are, you know how phones are. I got to tell you guys all the time about these damn phones. They're amazing, but they're big receipts. They record everything you say or do. So they're receipts. This is a big receipt book, a big receipt book. So be careful about the communications that go across them. Stuff can be taken out of context and used against you. It's happened before. I'm so mad I could kill that guy. He falls over and dies by accident. Didn't you say on the phone that you could kill him? I didn't mean it. Nine, you are the leader, the person they elected. It's just not a time for self-doubt. A lot of times when there are crises, leaders become, you see it in the movies, this guy's walking around all tough, and all of a sudden, the enemy's coming over the ramparts. And they turn and they say, what do we do? Da, 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 da. And then the underdog, the guy in the movie, takes over and wins the day. Bro, this is the time. This is the time to stand up. This is the time to be seen. They put you in charge for a reason. They believed in you. Damn it, you got to believe in yourself. If you didn't believe in yourself, what are you doing here, bro? You really screwed us all. You really screwed us all up because you didn't believe in yourself. So many guys throw these patches on, these I love me patches. I'm president, I'm president, I'm president. Listen to me, I'm national president. Do what I say, I'm regional president. I'm. Now's the time, I'm. Don't back out now. Don't hold your head now. Throw those shoulders back. Get your counsel together and make some decisions. They ain't all going to be right, but they got to be made. Does that make sense? And 10, ensure above all the survival of the MC. Think about the things you're going to do. At the end of it, will the MC survive? This is where you put away the childish, immature impulses and you make strong, grown folk decisions. Do your people have security? Is the clubhouse secure? Are people secure on their jobs? Are you riding down the highway with your ass in the wind? You have to ensure the survival of the MC. Gotta make sure all I's are dotted and T's are crossed. You gotta be thinking of things. You gotta think of things that you can't even think about. You gotta think of things that you gotta always be looking for the worst. This is how, in my humble opinion, you manage crises in the motorcycle club. Been there, done that. It's not easy. What the hell? I don't even know where my phone is. I don't even have it. And then somebody's going to call me and call me and call me. Hang up already. Where did I put the damn phone? Oh, there it is. Ah, damn, that pisses me off. I hid it under my paper. All right. Anyway, that's it. I don't have anything else for you. Look at the Jason's on one today. He's got us on JJ Did Tie Buckle, The Art of War. He's got us on all the good books. JJ Did Tie Buckle, The Art of War by Sun Tzu should be mandatory for every president. And so should the President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. That should be there as well, because in that book, we absolutely talked about the JJ Did Tie Buckle, which are the 14 principles of leadership taught by the United States Marine Corps. So yeah, absolutely, you should get those books that he said, and one of them suckers should be mine. Let me see if I can't put it up here for you guys. Here it is. Put that book up, guys. There. Boom. President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. Talk about that very thing. JJ Did Tie Buckle and the 14 scientific principles of motorcycle club leadership. We got prayers going out for Highlander's wife. who is going to be getting a transplant upcoming. So Highlander, we're praying the most for you, man, and that everything is going to be good. We know that operation is going to be good. We already know it's going to be great. All right, that's my 2 cents. Down 15 pounds. Down 15 pounds. The man boobs will be going away. I won't have man boobs soon. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the bra and everything. So I'm very pleased with that. And I want you guys to get skinny with me. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.